Hey guys, JMS Algorithms back with an awesome Compass card tutorial, so let's get right to it. So what is Compass anyways? Compass is a smart card payment system. This is similar to Hong Kong's Octopus card and London's Oyster card. Compass will be presented in 3 products: the white paper ticket, the blue adult card, and the orange concession card. And now this probably explains all the complaint that's been going on recently. It was forced upon by the BC government. In 2007, they were looking for a way to crack down on fare evaders. So basically, if they didn't do this, the BC government would pull funding for TransLink. So in 2008, TransLink started the Compass project. However, money was not committed until 2009. So why Compass, you might ask? First of all, it fights fare evasion. So that means no more free bus rides and no more miscalculated fares. The neat thing is, the system will calculate the fare for you. Another thing to know is that the homeless people will not be able to ride the bus for free for any time soon. And on the subject of calculating fares, let's talk about Hong Kong and London for a bit. People have kept saying that these 2 cities in particular have higher tier transit systems. Well, here's the thing. They actually discourage, or in some cases restrict, the use of cash as a form of payment. In Hong Kong, you can use your Octopus card for way more things than paying for your bus ticket. You can use it at the convenience store or even go to the movies with it. There is even a reward system put in place. How awesome is that? On the other hand, in London, you cannot pay cash fare on the bus. You either have to pay with your Oyster card or with your RFID enabled debit or credit card. Back to our Compass card, we will see advanced technology being put into place. No longer will customers not know how much to pay. The issue of insufficient fare will also be non-existent. This is because, as we recall from our previous point, the machines will calculate the fares for you. In addition to this, there will be less paper being used. Once Compass is in full swing, you won't see any Fare Saver booklets of 10 or paper day passes being strewn across the region. Later, we'll talk about how these products will be implemented using Compass. Anyways, people keep asking me if you should get one. My answer to you is,
just do it!
Okay, thanks Shia. Anyways, I'll tell you why. Once Compass is fully implemented, it will cost more to transfer from bus to SkyTrain. That is, if you purchase your ticket using cash on the bus. Customers who have purchased a ticket on the bus will be forced to buy another ticket at the SkyTrain station. However, this will not be the case if you buy the ticket from the SkyTrain station. If you buy your ticket from the SkyTrain station, you will be able to transfer to a bus. This will be the way for TransLink to encourage people to get the Compass card. A second way they're gonna do this is through the idea of stored value, which we'll get into later on. Now before we get into buying a Compass card, we're actually going to go over some keynotes and features about the Compass card that you might need to know. First of all, you're going to have to know these 18 London drugs locations. These, and only these locations, will have the Compass vending machines. The link will be noted here, and there will also be a link in the description. The next thing you need to know is compasscard.ca. This is where you will be able to load your card and ask additional questions. This is also the place where you will be able to register your Compass card. You can even check out your purchase history and your balance on this site. I will annotate it here, and there will also be a link in the description. You're also going to need to know a general understanding of how often and when you use transit. This is because on October 5th, there will be a massive fare change, and this may have an impact on how you bus or SkyTrain to work. Now this brings us to our list of important dates. The first date to note is October 5th, where all the buses will become one zone. Now the key thing to note here is that it's only buses that become one zone. The SkyTrain, Cbus, and West Coast Express will remain on their zone fares. I will have another video explaining this rule. It will be noted in the description and in this video. For now, you must be prepared to change the way you travel to work. After October 5th and throughout October, that will be the the general rollout of the Compass card into the machines and to the general public. And once that's done, and once TransLink has confidence that the public has successfully transitioned into a Compass card, they will start phasing out fare savers and closing the fare gates. Now let's dig in and start talking about where we can buy our Compass cards. As mentioned before, you can buy a Compass card from the 18 London drugs locations that have the Compass machines in them. For the sake of convenience, the link to these 18 locations will be located here. The second place to get them are your traditional fare dealer locations. So this includes your Safeways, your 7-Elevens, your Macs, and your local convenience stores. But there's a catch. These locations will only be selling the $6 initial deposit cards. Therefore, this means that they will not be able to load your card for you. You can also get them at the Compass vending machines. These machines will be at SkyTrain stations and West Coast Express stations. This is where you will reload your cards. However, one quick thing to note is that these vending machines will not sell the concession cards. And if you're looking for a more formal way to buy a Compass card, there is an office upstairs from Stadium Chinatown SkyTrain station. Now we're gonna go over how much to pay for your Compass card, and this is where people tend to get really confused. So when you buy your card, you're gonna pay $6 for the initial deposit, and let me tell you why. Let's say you went to a party, and then in the middle of the party you're like, oh shoot, I forgot to load my Compass card. That's why that $6 is there. It's that you can get home safely. So therefore it kinda acts like a buffer in case you run out of stored value. Farecards will remain the same value despite the one zone fare change. As for fare savers...
No! No!
Now let's try that again. As for fare savers...
No!
Alright, stored value. I forgot about that. Anyways, the whole idea behind stored value is that it will take the place of the fare saver booklets. This is how much each trip will cost under stored value. Feel free to pause to know the prices better. So to reiterate, this is what you can load your Compass card with. Now let's go over what you can buy with stored value on your card. First of all, you can buy ad fares in case you want to travel in additional zones. You can also buy day passes, well, at the machines of course. You can also buy exit tickets in certain circumstances, and we'll get into that in another slide. And if you have a group with you who do not have Compass cards, you can buy their tickets using your stored value. If you don't know if you're running out, you can always check your balance on the machines or at compasscard.ca. Now we're gonna go over how to pay for your fare using Compass card. You're gonna have to pay attention. Alright, so let's go over the machine first. This is what your user interface will look like once you have tapped the screen. Let's buy a one zone single ticket. So we're gonna tap the screen right here. Okay, so we're here on the ticket prices page. Since I am an adult, I will be paying $2.75 for my fare. So I'm gonna tap the screen right here. And it's straightforward from here. So yeah, there are your payment options, and now let's move on to stored value. Now we're back at the screen. Now this time we're gonna tap load the Compass card. Okay, now here you can choose how much you want to load in your card. So we're gonna select $60. So we'll tap that, and you will be brought to this payment page. Now on the website, it's pretty much self-explanatory once you have registered your card. Balance and history is found here. Stored value over here. And if you want to load your monthly pass, it will be down here. Now we're gonna go over where you're gonna be tapping your Compass card. Upon boarding the bus, you will see this Compass machine with the green indicator saying tap card. You will tap once on the blue area below the green indicator. When exiting, you will not need to tap out of the bus. At SkyTrain and SeaBus stations, you will see these fare gates. You will tap your card on the blue area on the side of the fare gate. You will need to do this when both exiting and entering the station. Thus saying, this is where you will both tap in and out of the system. You might also run into these. These are called validators. These are found at some stations, at all West Coast Express stations, and at Metrotown Station for the time being because of station upgrade work. I just happened to find both of these at Olympic Village Station for some reason. Anyways, same rules apply when tapping out of the fare gates. You tap in and out of the system and on the blue area there. To sum up, on the bus, you tap only once on the validators. You don't tap out. For SkyTrain, SeaBus, and West Coast Express, you tap in and out of the validators and fare gates. That's twice. And one quick note, if you fail to tap out of the system or out of the fare gates, you will be charged 3 zones. Now speaking of punishment, you may have seen Compass vending machines before the fare gates labeled as Compass exit tickets or something along the lines like that. So pretty much, this is for people who have lost their ticket or have an invalid ticket. Compass paper tickets are still 90 minutes transfer time. Now in the Compass world, after that last tap within the 90 minutes, you'll have an additional 120 minutes to complete that certain leg. So in essence, you should only be buying from these machines if you lost your ticket. There's no real reason why you should be spending 120 minutes on the SkyTrain. Now these are exit ticket machines, not human beings. So you cannot prove anything. You cannot prove your trip origin, you cannot prove that you lost your ticket, and you cannot prove your age. So that's why they cost $5.50 during zone hours. But hey, at least you are not caught by the police and slapped with a $173 fine. Okay, I apologize for keeping you guys in for 10 minutes, but this is the last slide. So we're going to talk about what's going to happen after everything's complete, everything's rolled out, and what we're going to see in the future. The first thing we're going to see is compass vending machines at airports and the 2 ferry terminals at Horseshoe Bay and Tawasin. This is to help with tourists who would want to use SkyTrain afterwards. The second and final point is that there will be no plans to upgrade fare boxes on buses to produce compass paper tickets. So remember what we talked about, the inability to transfer from bus to SkyTrain. Okay guys, that's it. I'm sorry I kept you for 11 agonizing minutes, but please do check the description for the 18 London drugs locations and any other links that I might find useful. Don't hesitate to ask me any questions because I love answering you guys' questions. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later.